Hey, good morning. Welcome to day 10 of distance learning. I'm so glad you've made it today. Here's what we got in store. So, your learning target for the day is for you guys to be able to continue practicing defining character traits and then explaining how authors use methods of characterization to develop these traits. All right. So, our checklist is the same today as almost every day. We have our warm up discussion. You're going to have a video lesson, which you're watching right now. Then you'll have your character trait practice, which is the document in our day 9 folder that we started a couple days ago. And then you're going to have your Flipgrid closure where you're going to talk about the character trait that you looked at. All right. So for today's practice, yesterday or last time we met, you worked on the word happy and you chose a word and analyzed it. Today, the character trait we're looking at is sad. All right, this is a fine word. It means a lot of things, though. And so when we talk about sadness, we want to be more specific than just sad. So to help us do that, we've got 12 vocabulary words here that all have similar meanings to the word sad. Today, your job is to choose one of those 12 words and complete an activity similar to what you did for your word for happy. I'm going to walk you through it today so you know exactly what you need to do. First thing you're going to do is you're going to choose a word from the list there. So if I'm looking here at the word sad, there's a lot of really good words there. I'm going to go with the word lonely. All right, lonely and sad have pretty similar definitions, but I want to create a definition for the word lonely. To do that, I'm going to use that link at the top again. I'm going to go to vocabulary.com. I'm going to go to lookup, and I'm going to type in the word lonely. And when I look at the word lonely, there's a lot of information here. All right. Lonely has similar qualities to the words like solitude, the absence of human company, not a lot of exciting stuff going on, kind of like what's happening in the world right now. When I look at the word lonely, it means lacking companions or companionship, right? Marked by dejection from being alone. So that's a lot of good information right there. I'm going to use those words to help me create a definition for the word lonely. So lonely means lacking companions, right? Not having a lot of friends. We have a guest visitor today. You want to say hi, Alex?
Hello, and you too.
She's with our kitten, Leia. Thanks for stopping by. So after I create that definition, lonely means not having a lot of friends. I'm going to find an image for that word. So I will do a Google image search of the word lonely. Click on images. And I want to find a word or an image rather, that I think best represents the word lonely. And man, there's a lot of good images here to choose from, really. I think the one I'm going to go with is of this guy right here. He's sitting off by himself. Doesn't have a whole lot of friends around him. I'm going to paste that in right there. I think this image best represents the term lonely, meaning not having a lot of friends. Now, I want to think about how might an author use methods of characterization to show us that their character is lonely. I'm going to start with looks. One way a character's looks could make them seem lonely is by having the character frown a lot. Oops. Again, there's a spelling error there. So the character frowns a lot, kind of sticks out his a lower lip, and I think that might make the character seem lonely. I want to think about an action that the character might do, something they think, something they might say, something they might do. So one way a character's actions could make them seem lonely is by thinking about how they wished they had more friends. That makes a character seem lonely. They're wishing and thinking about having more friends. And then finally, relationships. One way a character's relationships could make them seem lonely is by not having a lot of close relationships in the story. There you have it. Lonely. Definition, image, methods of characterization that create that. When you are done with all of that, you will go back and access our Flipgrid video, and you will complete a video for your word. Now remember, I'm not asking you to define the word sad in your Flipgrid. I'm asking you to define the vocabulary trait that you chose on your sheet. So I would say the character trait that I chose was lonely. The definition for the word lonely is not having a lot of friends. And then I would talk about those different methods of characterization that I think best develop that character trait. All right. As always, if you have any questions on any of these assignments, please jump into my office hours. I look forward to seeing you all later. Bye.